Now let's take a look at some of the major activities in the House of Representatives during the week.
The House of Representatives during the week looked at issues affecting the country's oil and gas sector. It began a probe of the alleged stealing of $17 billion of undeclared crude oil and liquefied natural gas. The Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, Waziri Adio, says Nigeria cannot afford to have the crude oil losses it has. Speaking at the investigative hearing, he says the country has to take critical steps to make sure agencies of government can monitor and account for every drop of oil from the country.
A scope of 4 years, the country, a few companies, not all of them, reported losses due to theft and vandalism to the total of $15.9 billion. And this is losses at industrial scale. And as a country, we have to think about, do we want to be carrying this kind of losses? I used to work at NATI as Director of Communication in 2007, 2008. And the Americans used to come to us to show us satellite images of crude theft taking place. And there are, some dots, that you won't be able to make anything of, except we are really an expert in the field. But it got to a point when our oil was being stolen at an industrial scale, that all you just needed to do is to take a low-flying helicopter and you see people stealing our oil in plain sight. So we believe there are certain issues that need to be put in place. We need to have security, but beyond that, we need to have a mechanism for measuring what we produce, not relying on third parties. Especially also because there are issues of trust and all of that. The issue of crude oil losses, this is humongous. And this is the kind of losses that we cannot afford as a country. And this is also one of the reasons why we ended up where we have ended up as a country at the present.
Thank you, sir. Lawmakers also had an intense session with the representatives of the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. The lawmakers, however, voiced their displeasure over the attitude of government agencies who they accuse of disregarding the committee's summons.
We are talking about $17 billion. Our investigation has even revealed it's more than that. And people have been given position in trust, and that they are expected to come and give accounts. These are just allegations. All we need from people is clarification. Unfortunately, people have refused to come. And you can see now, up to now, people are being represented. Now, we have also written several letters, and we tell people, they will tell us that we will bring the document tomorrow, only for you to find out that these documents will come 2 months after.
The lawmakers continued with the hearing. An official of the Central Bank of Nigeria was the first to face the committee.
We want you to explain the circumstances under which crude oil revenue can be credited to petroleum profit tax account. Just the circumstance, please.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Because funds transfer is subject to mistake like every other task. Taxpayer or the remitting banks could make a mistake in the narration, and funds could stray into a different account. That is the essence of reconciliation with the agencies.
The official is expected to return on a later date with more documents. The lawmakers then sought some clarification from the Federal Inland Revenue Service.
From your presentation now, you practically rely on whatever NNPC gives you. Is this not giving Federal Land Revenue a concern as to collusion and some things and under value or under declaration of what is coming to this country?
Sir, as far as we are concerned today, NNPC is the agency that the Constitution of the country or the law has placed that responsibility upon. So also the DPR.
The committee directed the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation to submit more documents, even as the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative sought to make a reviewed submission. The investigative hearing is to continue next Tuesday, June 13th.